For 25 years, the entire digital world operated on a simple mechanism. You typed a question into a box, and Google gave you 10 blue links to the outside world. That mechanism is officially dead. Right now, over 60% of all Google searches end in exactly 0 clicks. The #1 spot on the internet that used to guarantee a multi-million-dollar business is now nothing but a ghost town. Major publishers are calling this the end of the open web, watching their traffic plummet by up to 80% as Google replaces their articles with instant AI overviews. But most tech commentators are getting this completely wrong. They'll tell you Google is doing this to fight off ChatGPT or Perplexity. The reality is much more clinical. Google didn't adopt AI to beat its competitors. It did it because its 20-year-old business model left it with absolutely no other choice. To understand why the internet is shrinking, you have to look past the AI chatbots, at the hidden architecture that funded the web for 2 decades, an economic engine built entirely on user friction, mathematically designed from day one to collapse the moment a faster answer existed. Start in Menlo Park, 1998. Larry Page and Sergey Brin launched Google out of a garage, built on a research paper called PageRank. The mission is stated in one sentence: organize the world's information and make it universally accessible. There is no advertising. There is no monetization plan. Just a search engine that returns the single most relevant page for any query, ranked by how the web itself votes through links. For 2 years, Google is simply the best free librarian on Earth. That changes in December 1999, when Google runs its first small ad tests. Then in October 2000, Google launches AdWords, simple text ads sold by the impression, sitting beside the 10 blue links. It's modest. It's honest. Advertisers pay to be seen. Users still get the same ranked, relevant results underneath. The librarian has found a landlord. Nobody yet realizes what kind of business this is about to become. 2 years earlier, a small startup called GoTo.com had already solved the actual problem. Instead of charging for impressions, charge advertisers only when a user clicks. Its founder, Bill Gross, pitches Google's founders directly on a merger. They turn him down. Google decides to build its own version instead. In 2002, AdWords relaunches as AdWords Select, a pay-per-click auction ranked partly by bid and partly by relevance. GoTo's parent company, Overture, sues for patent infringement. The case settles in 2004 for 2.7 million Google shares. The auction survives. The click becomes the unit of currency for the entire internet. Here is the structural flaw nobody points out. Once the click is the unit of currency, Google's revenue depends on a user leaving the results page, not staying, leaving. A perfect one-line answer that satisfies the user instantly is a perfect answer that earns Google nothing. For 20 years, the entire multi-billion-dollar business model requires the search results page to be good enough to keep you searching, but never good enough to fully answer you on the spot. An entire SEO industry is born to exploit exactly that gap. That gap held for 2 decades because there was no other way to answer a question at scale. 10 blue links, some ads, click through, repeat. By 2025, Google Search generates over $224 billion a year, more than half of Alphabet's entire revenue. The friction wasn't a bug in the business model. The friction was the business model. And then, in the same window of time, 2 things happened that the model could not survive. In August 2024, a federal judge ruled that Google had built and maintained an illegal monopoly in search, forged through billions of dollars in default placement deals with Apple and Android manufacturers. It was the most significant antitrust defeat for a technology company in 25 years. Regulators finally proved what publishers had argued for a decade, that Google's dominance over the open web was not earned through quality alone. It was engineered and legally reinforced. The second thing was mathematical. By 2025, more than 58% of all Google searches ended without a single click to any website. On mobile, where most searches happen, the number was even higher. Google's own AI overviews, expanding from under 4% of searches in January 2025 to nearly half of all searches 13 months later, crushed organic click-through rates by 61% and paid click-through rates by 68% on the queries where they appeared. The toll booth Google spent 20 years building started letting cars through for free. Look at what that did to real companies. Chegg, the online education platform, sued Google in February 2025, arguing AI overviews were absorbing its own content and answering student questions directly on the results page. Chegg's non-subscriber traffic had collapsed 49% in a single month. Its stock, once worth over $113 a share, was trading near $1. By October 2025, Chegg had cut 45% of its workforce. The friction that used to send students to Chegg's website simply stopped existing. It wasn't only EdTech. HouseFresh, an independent air purifier review site, lost up to 95% of its Google traffic after 2023 and 2024 algorithm updates, watching Google's own AI systems summarize its product testing without sending a single visitor back. Publishers call it the Great Decoupling. Impressions climb, clicks fall, because the answer now lives inside Google itself. Across education, journalism, and independent publishing, the same click that used to fund the open web simply stopped happening. Here's what most commentary misses entirely. Google didn't build AI overviews to compete with ChatGPT. It built them because someone else's AI was going to eliminate the click either way. If Google stood still, a user would leave Google's own search box, ask ChatGPT or Perplexity instead, and Google would lose the search query itself, not just the click. AI overviews are Google cannibalizing its own 20-year business model on purpose because the alternative was losing the query to a competitor entirely. Google's AI mode, its full conversational answer engine, has already surpassed 1 billion monthly users, with query volume more than doubling every quarter. Unlike the old 10 blue links model, an answer engine doesn't need friction to survive. It needs to be the last stop, not the first one. The economics of keep them clicking are being replaced by the economics of keep them here. That is not a search engine anymore. It's a different business entirely. For professionals inside the shift, the 20-year SEO industry built around ranking for clicks is being replaced by something new, getting cited inside an AI answer, not ranked below it, and the sourcing has already changed. A 2026 industry analysis found only about 38% of AI citations now come from a page ranking in Google's traditional top 10, down from 76% just a year earlier. Reddit and Wikipedia, not branded content sites, are now the most cited sources across every major AI platform. For publishers and operators, survival now means reducing dependency on a single click-based channel entirely. The independent sites still growing built direct audiences Google can't intermediate. Email lists, YouTube channels, community followings that don't depend on being the 10th blue link on a results page. The ones that didn't build that owned audience are the ones now approaching zero. For founders and investors, the opening is in the infrastructure nobody has built yet. Tools that track brand visibility inside AI answers instead of search rankings, citation optimization services for the generative era, and answer engine advertising models that don't depend on a click to generate revenue at all. It's the same gap that opened in credit ratings and private equity when a legal monopoly's core function got automated out from under it. The early infrastructure being built now will define who gets cited for the next decade. The analogy isn't Google losing to a competitor. It's closer to what happened to the newspaper industry when the internet made print distribution obsolete. The presses still ran, the mastheads still existed, but the structural function, controlling how information physically reached people, was gone. Google was founded in 1998, It survived dial-up, mobile, and 2 decades of algorithm wars. It has not yet survived a technology that answers the question before the ad ever loads. A federal court has just ordered Google to open its search data to competitors at the exact moment its own AI overviews are closing the funnel that used to fund the entire open web. The government forced Google to loosen its grip in one direction, while Google's own math forced it to tighten in the other. Both are happening at once. The 20-year toll on information just went to zero, whether regulators intended that or not. For 25 years, the price of information on the internet was a click. That price just went to zero. Google spent 2 decades building the world's most profitable toll booth. The road just stopped needing it. Subscribe so you always know what's changing, and more importantly, what to do about it. Take care, and I'll see you next week.